Okay, for the next activity that you're going to do today, you're going to need to look through the papers that you picked up from me last week. So in the, for some of you, it was either inside of your science book or inside of that Journeys book, there was a stack of papers. And at the top, there's a stapled set of papers, and at the top, this one says, 1 a day keeps the doctor away. So pause the video and go find this paper. All right, if you're back, my guess is that you found it. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to help you get started with this, and then you're going to finish this on your own. So really what you have there is you have 2 papers stapled together. Oops. Okay, you have the first one that says 1 a day keeps the doctor away, and it gives you all the points that you're supposed to be plotting. And then the second paper, it looks kind of like a graph. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be plotting all of these coordinate pairs onto the graph, and it's going to create a picture. So it says on the directions, note, in each section, do not connect the last point back to the first point. So that is really important. Do not connect the last point back to the first point. I'm actually going to pick up, let's see here. Oh, I guess I'll do the pen, can I? I'm going to change the thickness just a little bit. Okay, I'm going to use red, but you should probably use pencil for this, and that way when you're finished, you can, if you make a mistake, you can erase it, but then when you're finished, if you want to color the picture that you're going to see in the end, you can. Okay, so I'm going to start right over here in this first column, and I know it's a little bit hard to see on my screen, but you have the paper right in front of you, and what I recommend is that you take the staple out and you put the pages right next to each other exactly like this. So the very first point that we're going to plot is 11, 18. So on my grid over here, remember we always go over first and then up. So I'm going to go over to 11, I'm going to start at 0, I'm going to go over to 11 and then up to 18. And I know it's hard to see on my paper, but you can do that on your paper. And I'm putting the dot right where the 2 lines cross each other, right where line 11 crosses line 18. Go ahead and mark that on your paper now. 11, 18. Okay, the next point is 10, 18. So I'm going to go over 10 and up 18, and I'm going to put a point right where the 2 lines cross each other. Go ahead and put that point on your paper. And what I should do over here is after you put the point, go ahead and check that off. That way you don't lose your place. All right, the third point that we're going to plot, the third coordinate pair that we're going to plot is 9, 19. So we go over 9 and we go all the way up to 19, which would be right here, right where the 2 lines cross. Okay, I think you get the idea now, so I'm going to go a little quicker. Next would be 6, 19. So I'm going to go over to 6 and up to 19, right there. And check it off after we do it. Okay, then 4, 18, so go over to 4, see 4, go over to 4 and go up to 18, right here. All right, check that one off. We're getting somewhere now. Over 3, up 17, over 3, up to 17. Okay, next is 2, 15. So over 2, up to 15. All right. Okay, next is over 2, up 12, over 2, up 12. Mark that right there. Okay. And then the next point is over 4, up 7, over 4, up 7. Mark that right there. Okay, and then I want to do, I need to do over 5, up 6. So over 5, up 6. Right there. Okay, and then the last point for this column is over 7 up 5. Over 7 up 5. And then it tells me to stop. And the reason I'm stopping is because this is where now I'm going to go and I'm going to connect my dots. But remember what it said. It said do not connect the last point back to the first point. So I'm going to start at the first point, and hopefully you'll be able to do this better on your paper than I can here. But I'm going to connect all these dots. Oops, I missed one. Until I stop. And the reason the stop sign's there is to remind you to stop. You don't connect the last point to the first point. Okay? Now you go to the next column and you find 7, 5, and then 9, 5. Put your points, connect the points, and then stop. And after you've plotted all of these points and connected what you're supposed to connect, you're going to have a picture. You might be able to guess what the picture is. I don't know. Okay? So your job today is to finish this picture. And I will be looking forward to seeing this completed tomorrow. Okay?